your knife, the way we danced till 3, the way you've changed my life. No, no, they can't take that away from me. No, they can't take that away from me.
The crazy plot of Mistaken Identity reaches farcical heights of absurdity by this point in the movie. Horton is in real trouble. Ginger and Broderick want to get even with him for his trying to romance Ginger while married to Broderick, and Rhodes wants to kill him to defend Ginger's honor. Horton and Fred have no clue about all this because Ginger thinks Fred is Broderick's husband. And Broderick is trying to play matchmaker between Fred and Ginger. In the middle of all this, Fred sweeps Ginger off her feet, singing the beautiful Cheek to Cheek to her. And then their dance to the song is the most beautiful dance scene ever in all of musical history. Ginger is so torn with emotions, she even considers being Fred's mistress, but then storms away in a fury, and Fred does not have a clue.
But what did he say? He just lied in a straightforward manner and said he'd never met you.
Oh, he did he?
Mm-hmm. I told you he'd forget all about you.
Well, I'll make him remember me in a manner he'll never forget. Has Horace been away from you lately for any length of time?
Well, he was alone on the continent last year.
Where are you?
Oh, so you do remember me. He remembers me all right. Are you alone?
Completely and desolately.
Fine, I'll be right up. I know you'll think this a little unconventional of me, but I just couldn't wait to see you alone. Oh, my darling.
Hello. How have you been?
I've been missing you terribly. Don't you remember?
Well, should I?
Have you forgotten what we've been to each other?
No. Well, what we've been to each other.
Oh, I knew yesterday in the park when I was dancing in your arms. You remembered who I was.
Of course. Why, of course. It's all coming back to me now.
Is it?
Yes, but you weren't calling yourself Dale Tremont.
Wasn't I?
No, it was, Madeline. That was it. I called you Mad for short. You've put on a little weight, haven't you? Remember that night on the left bank? You had on that little blue dress I bought for you. Cocktails a little later on, we'll have supper up here, just we two. It'll be like old times, won't it?
I think I'd better be going.
I'll let you go on one condition. Promise me, now that I found you again, we can be to each other what we were in Paris.
Oh.
Deliberately trying to trap you. Now, what are you going to do about it?
Marry her?
Jerry, this is no time for you to be funny.
All right, then you be funny. I'm going down and ask her to marry me right now.
Oh, Jerry, please, wait. Now, before you make a complete fool of yourself, promise me that you won't ask her until I find out from Madge more about her past.
All right, you find out all about her past, and I'll go down and plan her future.
Well, what happened? Did you scare him?
No. He scared me. He mistook me for someone called Madeline he'd met in Paris.
Oh, really?
Madge, do you think you ought to let him go away from you alone? I don't believe he was nearly so innocent in Paris as you seem to think.
My darling, you interest me. I must send him to China next year.
But, Madge, you don't seem to understand. I'm trying to tell you that I'm afraid that we're carrying this thing too far.
It's nice to see you again, Miss Tremont.
You robbed me of the pleasure of introducing you two. You've already met.
Oh, yes, we've met. Last spring.
Well, I hope you see a lot of each other.
You know, Madge is a most understanding person. She seems to know instinctively the kind of girl that interests me. I don't know what I'd do without her.
Oh, that's sweet of you, darling. But you two run along and dance and don't give me another thought.
That's what I'm afraid of. I think Madge is a very brave person.
Yes, I have a tremendous admiration for her.
Well, if Madge doesn't care, I certainly don't.
Neither do I. All I know is that it's heaven. I'm in heaven. And my heart beats so that I can hardly speak. And I seem to find the happiness I seek when we're out together dancing cheek to cheek. Oh, I love to climb a mountain and to reach the highest peak. But it doesn't thrill me half as much as dancing cheek to cheek. Dance with me, I want my arm about you. The charm about you will carry me through. And I seem to find the happiness I seek when we're out together dancing cheek to cheek.
And now, the highlight of the movie, Fred and Ginger's greatest dance together among so many great dances. Drive-In's #2 Top 100 movie dances, and the most beautiful movie dance ever, Cheek to Cheek.
Well,
Well, what?
aren't you now supposed to say, we should think only of what we mean to each other, that we're entitled to live our own lives?
I don't think I'd say it that way exactly. But aren't we?
Go on.
If it weren't for a promise I made in a moment of weakness, I would go on.
Oh, you made a promise. Well, that shouldn't make much difference to you.
That's right. Forget it. Marry me.
How could I have fallen in love with anyone as low as you?
She loves me.
Please like and subscribe.